There is a guy out there. His name is Ryan Coyle. Ryan Coyle 35 on Twitter, X. He had a lot to say about the Miami Hurricanes coming into this season, looking like a guy who's never picked up a bat, a ball, pads, a helmet. Like, I've never had a problem with people having opinions about sports because I got opinions about sports, but I don't really have opinions about sports that I never played or never competed in at some level. I don't care if it was Little League. And I have a hard time ever criticizing someone in a sport I never played. Now, just looking at this guy, he looks like he might weigh 130 pounds, 150 pounds, something like that. Kind of slim and petite. But he had a whole lot to say about the Miami Hurricanes. He had a lot to say about Carson Beck. And he's looking real foolish right now. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, leave a comment. Appreciate all y'all continued support of the channel. Keep in mind, every Monday night we go live at 9 p.m. Hurricanes Unfiltered weekly. And we drop videos throughout the week on the Hurricanes. Still celebrating that Miami win over FSU, albeit that fourth quarter I did not enjoy. But this guy, Ryan Coyle, again, at Ryan Coyle 35 on X, he is a podcaster. Sixers Digest. I looked them up. I like to look up people I talk about if they're going to make some comments that sound absolutely ridiculous. And these comments are ridiculous. And I got them off Kane's Corner on Instagram. Shout out at Kane's Corner on Instagram. But let's take a look at this series that there is on Kane's Corner right now, where Ryan Coyle got plenty to say. And apparently now he's running it back. So that's what makes it always so funny. Let's take a look. Wrong one. That's the wrong one. Share. Here we go. So right here it says, let me adjust this. Okay, let's do it like that. Here it says, Miami will be this year's FSU. Going to look back and be like, how the hell were they top 10 at one point? Okay, now let's look at the next comment. Let's go back. This is where he starts talking some shit. You got to listen to this crap. And it's actually really whack. That's why I looked it up, because to listen to what he had to say was whack. It's like, you're a dude, man. You don't say shit like this. Well, let's take a listen.
Disaster is due to the
Let's bring it back.
quarterback spot on this team, led by Georgia transfer Carson Beck.
All right, so the Hurricanes are going to be a disaster because of Carson Beck. Listen to why he says this, though.
Never been a believer in Carson Beck. I don't like him. I don't like looking at him. I think he's an ugly quarterback. That might have part of the reason why I don't like him. But I just, from everything you hear about him, it sounds like he's not a very likable guy. It sounds like he's not a guy that's wanted, in the locker room. Georgia kind of was just like, all right, don't let the door hit you on the way out. We'll arrive at Gunner Stockton. Miami, think, goes out and severely overpays for him. He's got the offseason drama with the girlfriend. He's coming off this crazy arm injury as well. I think he's overrated. I think he's always been overrated. I think he's going to lead Miami to a disaster season next year, this upcoming season. Cam Ward, I think, last year is going to look like 2019 freaking Joe Burrow compared to Carson Beck this season. I think everyone in the Miami fan base is going to be looking back and be like, what the hell are we watching now compared to last? Miami.
All right, let's stop right here. Okay. You're talking about how a guy looks? Seriously? You're a dude. I mean, I didn't know that you're looking at the looks of a man. So you don't find Carson Beck attractive for you. Do you like men? If you do, that's okay. But I've never in my life heard any type of pundit, podcaster say, I don't like this player because I think he's an ugly guy in his face. That's weird, bro. You might need to get checked out for that one. Very odd. I mean, Are you a model? You ain't Fabio. You ain't Tyson Beckford. You ain't one of these sexy actors. You're talking about a dude's looks. It's weird, dude. And you're not a believer in him because Georgia said Carson Beck was like, let's look up Carson Beck's record at Georgia. Just let's for shits and giggles. Let's just look up his record at Georgia. Just I mean, seriously, bro? His looks? Well, clearly it didn't matter to the girl that he was banging. The one you mentioned in the video, the Cavender twins. I mean, come on. The Cavender twins? I know they both went to Miami, but those girls are more about selling their asses like a lot of these young women are today. Like they're selling their looks, they're selling their ass, they're selling their asses in bikinis and thongs and all that shit. Please. Carson Beck in 2023, his record was 13-1. Man, he sucked. He sucked, huh? 13-1. He was terrible, huh? Wow. You don't believe in him. Okay. Yeah, last year was a bit of a struggle. He had no wide receivers who could catch the ball and still went 11-2. Like, what are you talking about, bro? This guy's 24-3 as a starter at Georgia. Very odd. Very odd. I don't know if he started these games. I don't think he started these games in 2022. Probably not. But you're sitting here and if you ask Georgia right now, who would they rather have at quarterback? I guarantee you it would be Carson Beck. They're watching what he's doing. But again, you're talking about this guy's looks. Talking about the Cavender and who he dated because the girl talks shit about him. Are you that much of a simp that you believe what a girl says about a dude? I'm sure there was issues both ways. I'm sure of it. I'm sure there were issues both ways. Most relationships break up because of both people. Usually not one person that's just involved. Let's see what else. This is what another thing that Ryan Coyle said. Did Miami win the national title this weekend? I must have missed it. So now he's taking shots at Miami for being 5-0 and ranked number 2 in the country. Again, he said that this would be a disaster for Miami. So apparently he's running back. He's been deleting stuff that he's tweeted out because he looks stupid. Fading the shit out of Miami next year. Beck is a straight up fraud. A fraud. Well, Beck is 5-0 right now in Miami. So it makes him 29-3 as a starting quarterback in college football. 29-3. And you don't believe in this guy? No one has called him the greatest quarterback on earth. But he's a hell of a college quarterback. And I think he's going to be an NFL quarterback. He has all the measurables to do it. 6'4", 225. He's a big dude. Leader. Nobody liked him at Georgia. Well, they love him in Miami. We love him in Miami. His teammates love him. A straight up fraud. Well, I mean, God, I want to know what you would call legit. If Carson Beck is a fraud, I'll play Miami 9.5 wins. Fuck Carson Beck. Okay. Well, Miami's got 5. So Ryan Coyle, offer me a wager because I would just about guarantee you that Miami wins at least 11 games. Hell, no, that's you picked 9.5, so I would bet you that Miami wins at least 10, even though I believe Miami will go undefeated in the regular season for sure. Would you be willing to offer the bet because you don't think they're going to win 9 games? I'm sorry, you don't think they'll win 10 games? It's very, very odd. I don't know. Did he steal your girl? Did Carson Beck steal your girl? Is that what it is? Because this is a real odd video. That's an odd thing to attack. It's really odd to attack a guy who's done nothing but largely win. So teams too high: Miami, SMU, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Illinois. Team's too low. Well, Boise State lost to USF, by the way. Miami beat USF by 37. LSU has a loss already. Oklahoma's undefeated. Now, SMU probably too high. Tennessee too high. Hey, fine. So this is what he said on August 11th. Miami was ranked too high, ranked me ranked 10th. Man, those predictions, and you teach people to gamble? This guy's page says that he Fox PHL gambler. He gambles. He gambles. This 25-year-old kid gambles. Graduated from college in 2022, so I presume that's where let me check what the hell this place is. Never heard of this place before. Yeah, he went to some liberal arts school with like 13 people in Pennsylvania. Yeah. So he graduated from college in 2022. So he's like 25 years old. I guess they taught that at your Catholic school that you went to. I guess they taught gambling at the Catholic school you went to, buddy. Hey, man, you had a lot of energy for the Hurricanes, so I got energy for you, bro. I got energy for you. You're a gambling you teach people to gamble. The gambler, Philadelphia College basketball. I mean, that's what I'm looking at right here. This dude ain't picked up a football in his life. This dude ain't played a down of tackle football and pads in his life. In his life. You can look at him. You can look at this dude. I'm telling you right, if he weighs $150, that's a bit much. And then now he's trying to get right with Miami fans. Never forget my Miami love from 2024. So apparently he loved Miami in 24, but now he has problems. Look, this is what he's running it back. See, this is what he says. So the Canes would have supposed to win the championship in the ACC. Blase. Oh, so you liked Miami last year. So this year, I mean, no one cares what you said last year, bro. Now here's a guy who doesn't know ball. Ha, funny. We got you.
Big time flex on the road. Another explosive touchdown pass.
You don't like a guy because he's ugly, in your opinion. Interesting. Like I said, I'm a huge sports fan. I have played at some level a lot of sports. Played baseball, I played basketball, I played football, I did jiu-jitsu. I've boxed for fun, not on a high level, but I enjoyed I enjoyed it, and I did that as an adult, not as a kid. I played tennis, volleyball. No expert at volleyball by no means. Never played hockey, can't skate. I'll never have a negative word to say about any hockey player in my life. Those are some of the baddest dudes around. So I've done a lot. And while I don't have to look a certain way at this point in my life as athletic or whatever, I have played competitively on teams in high school. I played basketball. I played football. I played baseball when I was younger. And I will tell you, I can talk about it because I played it. And I'm not saying you can't talk about it. But when you sit here and you make ridiculous statements about a team and you don't like the quarterback because you think he's ugly and because he broke up with his girlfriend, for which I guarantee he's got 20 more girlfriends already. Yeah, a little bit weird. And if you listen to everything his teammates say about him, they love the dude. But hey, you can keep your opinions, man. You can run with them. I hope you put a whole lot of money down on that under 9.5, so you can lose your shirt. Because from what I'm looking at on your on your X page, you get a lot of mistakes. You make a lot of mistakes. You've seen the struggle in your gambling. You don't seem to do all that well, my brother. You don't seem to do all that well. Your projection for the SEC of Texas, winning the SEC and going undefeated? How does that look right now? How does that look right now? You said Mississippi State would be 2-10. Man, I hope people aren't using your freaking, your picks, because Mississippi State already has 3 wins. Sorry, my bad. Make that 4 wins. They've already got 4 wins. So you think that Mississippi State is the worst team, but they already 4-2, and you picked them to go 2-10. I hope no one listens to your picks. Oh, here we go. Penn State, 12-1. Penn State over Ohio State to win the Big Ten championship. Ohio State, you got Ohio State with 2 losses. Penn State's already dropped into the top 25, bro. Your ACC championship game, Clemson against Louisville. Clemson 11-2. I should let you know something. Clemson's already lost 3 games. They started off the season 1-3, bro. I mean, you seen the struggle here, bro. Your complete playoff field. Okay, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame undefeated. Miami beat them. Ohio State 11-2, Clemson 11-2, Georgia 11-2, Alabama 11-1. Wow. Yeah, this one's not looking good. This one's not looking all that good, bro. It's cute. You got Georgia beating LSU in the national championship. Garrett Nussmeier winning the Heisman. LSU can't move the ball. Folks, I hope no one ever uses this guy's betting slips, because this is a struggle. This is a struggle. Yeah. This is comedy. This is comedy. People are clowning him. Let me share some of the comments he's received before we go. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when you call yourself when you act like an expert, bro, you better not miss. Did Miami win the national title this weekend? I must have missed it. Oh, this is you, right? This is his top 12. This is his top 12. LSU will make the playoffs, please. Please. Georgia already lost a game. Bama's lost a game. Clemson's lost 3 games. Notre Dame's lost 2 games. Penn State's not ranked in the top 25. Oh, yeah. Texas is not ranked in the top 25. They just lost to Florida. No, Ryan, we just made you look like a non-expert dumbass. You have no ball knowledge at all with those 2025 predictions. Every one of them is wrong. This guy doesn't know ball at all, and this is the most engagement he's ever gotten for an absolute shit take. Enjoy your 3 minutes in the spotlight, huh? Because no one will ever care about your takes after this. Nah, but this is what you do for a living, Chief, and by looking at your page, you have lost all credibility. You seem to be wrong about a majority of what you're posting. Exactly. So it's not about Miami. It's about you and how god awful you are. Good luck in finding a new career. Nope. But you said they'd go 2-10 and they're undefeated. Yeah, we'd be FSU, right? We would beat FSU last year. All the boys that had Miami flopping this year and so mad we are winning. You were wrong again. Just move on and accept it. Everyone is wrong sometimes. Didn't none of that dumb shit you said have anything to do with whether or not we win another natty? I mean, he made a lot of most of his comments are bullshit. Like his takes suck. Like I said, this guy's never played tackle football a day in his life. Like, that's one thing I will sit here and I will say. If you've never played a down of tackle football at any level, don't ever talk about football. You can't talk about football. I hate being that guy, but tackle football is the one sport where if you've never played it at any level, you have no idea. Like, seriously, I have no idea. And I say that from personal experience because I didn't play organized tackle football until I was end of my sophomore year in high school. My parents thought you get injured. They were afraid of it, all that stuff, paralyzed, all that shit. Now, I remember when I went out for the football team, my parents finally acquiesced and my coach convinced them to let me play, blase, blase. And I went out there and I swear to God, I had played every sport. I thought I was in shape. Like dead ass. I thought I was in shape. And I go out there, and when I tell you in spring practice, I vomited. Like they made me puke. To me, if you don't puke in football, you never played football. Like you never got worked out to the point of exhaustion. You didn't work out hard enough. And I went out there and I vomited in the first practice. Like I was so tired. I was so tired. And there was nothing. There wasn't a, and I played basketball, and I never had a problem running up and down the basketball court. That's the funny thing. Never had any issues running up and down the basketball court. Never. Nothing. Football? Bro. There are people that think that you have a 30 seconds, 40 seconds you never play. You got to go with full exertion at every moment or you will get your head knocked off. Especially back when I played in the 90s. Now you can get some of it's powder puffy, but in the 90s, you got hit. You got blindsided. You had your head on a swivel. You get your head knocked off by your own teammates in practice. Nobody cared. We were competing. And that's the thing. Like, if you've never played it, it makes it a lot harder and I'm not saying you have to be a college football player because skill is skill and all that shit. Like there's a certain skill level and everything, speed, size, etc. But if you've never played it, you'll never understand what these guys go through when they play football. Like I played high school ball and I can't truly understand what college players go through. Yeah, I can be critical of scheme and shit like that and whatever and like catch the ball or whatever, but yo, man, it's an exhausting sport. It's a physical ass sport. And when you look like this guy, Coyle, who weighs like 150 pounds, and I know he's never played tackle football a day in his life, and he's talking shit about football players because he's ugly, miss me with the bullshit, bro. And again, like I said, you can talk about all sports, but football is the one sport where I see a lot of guys that never played a second of football who talk about football players like they been there and they know what it feels like. No, you don't. No, you don't. Miami Hurricanes have a badass team this year, and this dumb motherfucker sits here and talking about how they're going to be FSU from last year. Man, double middle finger, homie. You got your 3 minutes of fame. In my video, 23 minutes of fame. Folks, hit that like button. Go assault his Twitter page. Go let him know your thoughts about what y'all think about him because he earned it. He earned it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. This is Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.